For today's lesson, we'll be discussing about dividing decimals by decimals up to 2 decimal places. So to begin with, let us have this problem. Compute how many US dollars is equivalent to 15,020 pesos and 50 centavos. So to do this, we divide 15,020.50 by 51.9. So step 1, make the divisor as a whole number by moving the decimal point to the right, and move the decimal point of your dividend as many times to the right as the decimal point in the divisor has been moved. So again, since in our divisor we have one decimal place, so we need to move this decimal point one space to the right. So since you move one space to the right in your divisor, you also move the decimal point in your dividend one space to the right. So this is now your next step. Align the decimal point of the quotient with the decimal point of your dividend. So make sure that the decimal point in your dividend is aligned to your decimal point in your quotient. For the step 3, we can now proceed to the division proper. Add zeros if it is necessary. Since we are dealing with money, it is appropriate to have at least 2 decimal places. So 1,502 divided by 519 is 2. 2 times 519 is 1,038. 1,502 minus 1,038 is 464. And then bring down 0. 4,640 divided by 519 is 8. 8 times 519 is 4,152. 4,640 minus 4,152, that is 488. And then bring down the digit 5. 4,885 divided by 519, that is 9. 9 times 519, that is 4,671. 4,885 minus 4,671, that is 214. So we need to add another 0 since we still have a remainder. So it will now become 2,140. 2,140 divided by 519, that is 4. 4 times 519, that is 2,076. So 2,140 minus 2,076, that is 64. Add another 0, bring down 0, we now have 640. 640 divided by 519, that is 1. 1 times 519, that is 519. 640 minus 519, that is 121. Although we have a remainder here, we can now stop since we already achieved 2 decimal places. So therefore, 15,020 pesos and 50 centavos is equivalent to $289.41. Next example. Divide the following numbers, 14.58 divided by 5.4. So just like the step 1 that was mentioned in our previous lesson, we move the decimal point of your divisor so that it will become a whole number. So since we have one decimal place here, so we just have to move one space to the right. So since we move our decimal point in our divisor, we also move our decimal point in our dividend one space to the right. For the step 2, make sure that your decimal point in your dividend is aligned to your decimal point in your quotient. After that, since everything is aligned, we can now proceed to division proper. So we have 145 divided by 54, that is 2. 2 times 54, that is 108. 145 minus 108, that is 37. Then bring down 8. 378 divided by 54, that is 7. 7 times 54, that is 378. 378 minus 378, that is 0. So, therefore, 14.58 divided by 5.4 is equal to 2.7. Next, we have the next one. Find n in 10.35 divided by n equals 4.6. To get the value of n, we have to rewrite the equation as n equals 10.35 divided by 4.6. And then we proceed to the steps in the division process. So we move the decimal point in your divisor one space to the right, as well as your dividend one space to the right. For the step 2, we have to make sure that your decimal point in your dividend is aligned to your decimal point in your quotient. And then step 3, we need to proceed with our division proper. So we can now divide 103 divided by 46. That is 2. 2 times 46 is 92. 103 minus 92 is 11. Bring down 5. 115 divided by 46 is 2. 2 times 46 is 92. 115 minus 92 is 23. And then bring down 0. 230 divided by 46 is 5. 5 times 46 is 230. And then 230 minus 230, that is 0. So therefore, the value of n in our equation is 2.25. For the next one, how many 0.12 meters are there when 3.91 meters is added to 2.57 meters? So first things first is we have to write the problem as a number sentence. So here is our number sentence. So the groupings of 3.91 plus 2.57 divided by 0.12. So for the step 1, we have to evaluate first the operation inside our grouping symbol. So that is addition. So we add 1 plus 7, that is 8. 9 plus 5, that is 14, regroup 1. 1 plus 3 plus 2, that is 6. So we now have 6.48. Next step, we can now divide our sum, which is 6.48 divided by 0.12. So we move the decimal point 2 times to the right in your divisor and 2 times to the right in your dividend. Then make sure that your decimal point in your dividend is aligned to your quotient. And then lastly, we can now proceed to division. So 64 divided by 12 is 5. 5 times 12 is 60. 64 minus 60 is 4. Bring down 8. 48 divided by 12 is 4. 4 times 12 is 48. 48 minus 48 is 0. So the answer for this is there are 54 0.12 meters when 3.91 meters is added to 2.57.